You gotta get into the groove.
Hello, welcome to another Grove Asia Leaders Unite session. My name is Peter Moinero, and it's good to have you guys here. Just having a look at the chat here, see who we've got in at the moment. We've got Brooks Ellison, and I know he's all the way from Canada. We also have Nancy as well from Canada. We have Tyra, and who else we've got there? Sam AI. Good to see you back, Sam. And Dr. Lisa. Okay, so just let me know. Just put a hashtag live if you're watching this live, and put a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Also, too, as well, just a bit of a mic check. Samir. Okay. So it's Samir. Okay, thanks, Samir. And we've got Robert as well. If someone can, or anyone, or any of you can actually just put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, that'll be great. Hey, Robert, how you going? So let me just see what we've got here. We've got Tyra, and then we've got Nancy. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for that, Brooks. Loud and clear, Dr. Lisa says. That's awesome. Okay, thanks, guys. And Samir says 1 as well, so he can hear me. Okay, that's very cool. So today we're going to carry on from last week. Basically, we're creating a website based on a website template based on one of the websites that I built for my own clients. And it's not a Groove template. It's one that I created for them. And I believe it's a multi-purpose template, so you can use it for anything. Use it for your own agency if you've got one, or use it for clients, and that sort of thing. So fairly straightforward, but it's a one-page website. So this is what this is about. It's actually building a one-page website. And towards the end of it, end of these sessions, is that we're going to be announcing who is the winner for the template. Now, we'll do that the week before we finalize the template, because I want to connect with that person and grab any content or information that they want put onto the website. And also as well, if they got some images they want to send through to me, and I can put those in, or we can leave them and they can just replace them in their end. We've got Robert is saying hashtag live. Cool. Awesome. It's good to have you guys here. Good turnout, by the way. All right, so let's get started, shall we? I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, hopefully everybody can see that good and proper. Let me just get my face down there. All right, so we're in the dashboard now. For those who may be watching the replay, and if you're new to Groove, then when you actually log into your Groove account, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see your Groove account dashboard. We have the applications up here at the top here. If you want to click on those from here to go to the different applications. But I like using the one that's actually when you hover over the Groove icon, and I like to actually open the application in a new tab. Can't actually do it here. Can't actually open this in a new tab for some reason, but you can do it from here. So I like to do that. So I'm going to just open from here in a new tab, and let me just share that tab now. Okay, this is the one that's the sample website that we're going to be working on. So we just need to click on that to manage it. And we've pretty much just got the bare bones, right? We just got the blocks. It looks like nothing at all, to be quite honest. But that's the framework that we're working with. So I have used like pre-built blocks. These are just wireframe blocks, these ones here. And most of them are. And this is a kind of a wireframe as well, which is the which is the location and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, this is what we're going to try and, well, this is what we're going to achieve is this one here. So this is the website that we are focused on and emulating, if you like, as a website template. And for those who weren't here last week, and congratulations, by the way, if you weren't here last week, but you actually came today, you are still in the draws. So it was announced last week that, that you had to be here from the start, but, it was short notice. So I thought, well, we'll just make it for this week. Gave lots of people, gave everybody lots of time to actually jump in or prepare themselves for today. So, but it is good to see you guys here. And yeah, we've got a good little group here. Fantastic. All right, so this is the website, as I mentioned before. We've got the menu up the top there. We've got the hero image, which is above the fold. We've got some branding or some brand names in there, models of makes or makes of cars. We've got the tab here, which we will be going through to as well, building that out. And just services here where you can just link to straight away to different services, and of course testimonials. And that was the map that we saw on the other one, the Y map and form, which we will also build a form. We'll go through that. And then we've got this little scrolling bit down here, which is not part of Groove. It is just a code that we will embed, and you can change the text in there if you want to, and the icons. And then, of course, we've got the footer. Okay. Yes, in my comments. Nancy, yes, in my comments. Hey, Johan, good to have you here. Yes, in my this one here, Nancy. What? Yes, in my comments. What's Oh, did you say yes in your comments? Is that what you said? Anyway. Okay. Right. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to go back to the screen here, and we're going to pretty much start from the top. So, as you noticed on the website, it has got a bit of a black background look to it. I'm going to try and emulate that as well. I've actually done a hero image for this site, and plus some other images that I've got for the tabs and over here as well. So it just helps us get through today a little bit more quicker without having to create all that content, all those images. All right, so up here is, we're going to focus on that one first. So I'm going to add a logo into this. So the logo, I've already created one. I'm just going to choose that, upload it. So when you're uploading images, for those who are not au fait or familiar with Groove, who are just starting out, when you're uploading images, pretty much there, so long as you've got that there, it says a logo, sample, just click on the, cogwheel or the configuration, and then just choose an image. Now, it does actually pay to have your images titled if you can, right? Pretty much you have to do that in the folder. So with the image file, wonder if you can see this. I don't think you can. But anyway, I'll just grab the image just for SEO purposes, really. It's a good practice to actually name your images. And I will actually, let me just find it. Okay, so this is the logo. This is actually one of my logos, by the way. But it is good practice to actually have your images titled, if you like. You know, sometimes we have images that says Untitled 1 because we've actually created in maybe something like Canva or something like that, or Untitled 2. Just change that. Change the name of that image to whatever the image is. So if it's your if it's your logo image, then it's the name of your business and logo at the end of it. But just give it a name instead of untitled. Just helps with the SEO. It's just a part and parcel of SEO, actually. All right, so as you can see, this is a WebP image. I'm just going to give it a alternative text, and all I'm going to put in here, I'm going to put Elevate logo. At this point, we're not going to link it to anything just yet. I'm just going to update that, and now we've got that in there. Okay, so it's white. It's got some white text, but we're going to put the background as black. So we're also going to just with these social media ones, they're just really just links. So you can change the image if you like, the social media icon, and you can put that icon label text if you like. So if I want to call this one Facebook, and I'm going to go in here, and although it says like it's got a Facebook icon there, that will probably disappear once I start making some changes to it. So I'm just going to put in here, I'm going to put in, because if I actually update it, this is what's going to happen. All right, it's going to turn into a question mark. So we still need to actually find the Facebook icon for that. So I'm just going to type in Facebook, and you'll see it come up. So here's the Facebook icons. I'm just going to choose that one that they had before, add that in, update. Now that's updated. Now, if I want to change that one, instead of using Twitter, I want to change that to LinkedIn. So I'm just going to go LinkedIn. And then you'll see there is the icons here. There, and I'm just going to put LinkedIn. LinkedIn. And we won't link them to anything just yet. And lucky last, we'll just make this one. Oh, what can we make this one? Let's make this one Instagram. Okay, Instagram. You out. There we go. Now, let me just put in there Instagram, and then update. Feel free to ask me any questions while I'm doing this. Okay. Thanks, Nancy. Dr. Lisa, best size for logo. All right. I actually don't really have any hard and fast wall and size, but I normally do, say for this one here, that one, yeah, 200 by 75 is what I used for this particular logo. So around about that. But yeah, it's enough to stick out, but it's not too small to look a little bit distorted. And obviously, there are lots of different advice on what size logo should be. So I'd just stick around that size there. I think it's okay. Favicons is another one where a lot of people, there's some that say 32 by 32. Sometimes I actually don't think that's a good size. I normally do about, say, 52 by 52, something like that for a favicon. But yeah. Anyway, you can't see the logo just yet properly. So until we actually do this whole background. Now, if I go black on the background, and what this is going to look like, it's going to look, so many options. You know, like, I mean, I've never had a problem with sticking around about that 250 by 80, 250 by 75. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've done. Mine are kind of elongated logos. They're not square. So, yeah. But if you're going to go square, maybe, I don't know, 150 by 150, something like that. Or 75 by 75. Okay, cool. So these here are actually black. They're going to blend in with the background once I turn that into black. So I'm just going to change the color of those, and these are behave like text. So all you got to do is click on it, come over to text here, and then just go white. Okay. One more. Okay, so they're all white now. Home is going to be white too as well. Okay, so what? Now here's the thing. Okay, so if you're going to do home, let's just say if this is a multi-page, right, and you're going to do, and you don't just click on the actual text because there's no color here, right? It doesn't actually give you a color. Just go one up because this is actually for the navigation, this for the menu. So this is where you actually change the color. So if you go one up, you're selecting the whole navigation or the menu elements, if you like, and click on the configuration here. And this is where you change the color here, okay, just in here. And so we're going to turn that into white. In terms of the background, I'm just going to go no color. Right, that means it'll just see through, and tick there, update. Come on, update. Okay, and that didn't change. Text white. Not sure what that didn't change. Anyway, we'll leave that for now. Okay, I'm going to change background color, so I'm just going to come down here to the breadcrumbs down here and click on block, and I'm just going to make the background black. Yeah. Okay, let's just change this here. Again, the background is, we'll go transparent. Oh, no, what's going on? Text, drop down. Okay, sorry, this is drop down. Sorry guys, put you wrong on that one. That one's just for drop down. So let's just go back over here again. And we'll change it here. White. Now we've got it. And background. There we go. Okay, that's done. All right, so that kind of sticks out now, which is really cool. We've got the icons there. I'm happy with that. Next part was going to do is I'm going to add the image that I've done for this here. First, I'm going to just change all this text to white. So I'm just going to click on the box. You can change the color of icons the same as text. Yep, that's correct. Love it. Okay, I'm going to change the text here to white. And down here. And I'm just going to change this button to red, background color, red. And the text in there is going to be white. Okay. All right, let's grab that image. Okay, I'm just going to, now, we're going to make it a background image, not an image. So what we're going to do is I'm going to I've clicked on the block. I'm going to come over to here where it says background, and then I'm going to come down to image. You can do a video in the background if you want to, or patterns. I mean, I don't really like the patterns that they've got in there, but the video, if you want to put a video in there, but I'm just going to stick to an image. And then choose. What have I got here? Where's that image? Oh, here we go. All right, maybe just check the size on this one. Yep, that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, cool. All right, so now we've got an image in the background. Cool. And they're starting to take a bit of a shape now, so that's really cool. But buttons, I'm going to actually, yeah, I might actually just do this button here. I'm going to change this button. So I kind of like the rounded ends on a button. So that's what I'm going to do for here. But I'm going to give it a bit more space on either side of the word there. So I'm going to add probably about another 20 onto that, make that 50. And that's on either side of the on the inside of each of the actual button itself. So it's given me a space between the lettering and the edge of the button. And then on that again, I'm going to click on the button again. I'm going to go into border, and I'm going to come into corners, and I'm just going to click on corners here, and I'm just going to give it a radius of 100. Okay, and so we've got this kind of elongated button, which is cool. All right, so that's cool, and that's kind of keeping in par with what we're trying to do here, right? Oh, actually, well, that one is square, but you know, what we're doing at the moment is trying to keep into par with what we're doing here. All right, cool. So we've done the menu, we've done the hero image, and now we're coming down to the the logos. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the is it a slide block? Yeah, one more up, I think. There. Yep, that's it. Okay, cool. So this is kind of a slider. As you can see here, we've got slide 1, slide 2. So with the slide 1, slide 2, what that generally means is that there's 2 slides with 5 logos. You can put 5 logos in here. Okay, so there's 2 slides. So in here, what I'm going to do is I think we're all good there. We don't have to do anything. I'm going to put this on. I won't put on auto height, but I would put on auto play. I'm going to make the background color transparent, just no color at all. It'll be white anyway. If the background's white, it'll be white. Text color, not worried about that at the moment because I am going to be changing those. Pause over on hover. Yep, and then I want it to loop as well. Autoplay every 5 seconds. We might make that 2. And then use pagination. No, I'm going to leave that off, and we'll just update that. Oh, hang on. Select animation slides. We're going to slide in from slide in left. Or yeah, slide in left. I think it is. Yeah. And we're going to do that, and we're just going to update that. Okay. Now, on the individual ones, we're going to change the logo. Okay. So we're just going to click on these and change all these. So here we go. There. And I've got a whole bunch of logos to upload, and you guys are not seeing this. Jeez. There you go. Let me just go for this guy. Okay. Down the bottom here, I chose slider block. I went a couple up there to slider. Okay, so slider. There is the slides, the 2 slides with the 5 logos on them, and I've done the slide animation as slide in left, so they're going to come in from into the left, from the right going to left. Well, at least I think they are. The animation, I've done autoplay for 2-second intervals, and then animation duration. I'm going to kind of make that one. I'll try to. And I've put pause on hover, so they can actually, once they hover over it, they can actually pause it, and then we may have a link to the brand as well, or to the logo, and I'll just have it loop. Okay, so the sliding in will just loop. Use navigation arrow. No, we're not going to use it, and we'll just update. So now we're just going to change each logo, and so we're just going to click on each individual one. I'm going to go here, choose the logo or brand or whatever it is you're going to put in there. I've got a few to upload, so I'm just going to upload all these first. About 10 of them, I think. Just as well, I made these earlier. Okay. And one more. Okie doke. So I'm going to start up with this one here. Select and update. This one, next one. Select. These are about 250 by 250, by the way, these logos, or these, whatever you want to call them. And these are just demos, by the way. They're not any kind of particular logo, if you like, for any business or anything like that. So just generic. Okay, so that's the first slide. Let's move on to the second one. I like doing something different compared to what they've actually put in as placeholders, only because it just, you know, just looks nicer. Especially if you're going to present it to a client that doesn't look generic. And just a couple more. More. And there we go, done. So those are the logos, and yeah, we've got probably want to lessen the space a wee bit too as well. I'm just gonna come into container here. See if there's any space on the outside. No, just in the block. Yeah, and we'll just bring the space down a wee bit. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna leave this one for now, the tab one, and we're just going to move on down to here. Now, kind of just keeping in with what we're trying to do here. So we've done the logo, but we'll just miss out the tab one for now. We'll come on to this one here. I might just use kind of the same text on this one. So we know we've got no title there. Oh yeah, we've got a title here. Here we go. I'm just going to put that text that I had in there in here. Let's have a look. Let's just bring this down a bit so we can fit it all on there. Make this 45. Okay, cool. And this here, I've got, now these are going to be all images. So well, actually not so much images. Actually, these are going to be elements. So I'm just going to come over to here, and I want to grab an element which is a is it one of these ones? Actually, let me just think. I don't know if it was that. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just actually let's just have a look at this again. Card reader, card. I'm just going to go image and button. So I'm just going to go here, image. And then I'm just going to go button. I'm going to grab one of this one. There's the round one in here. Yep. There. And then go button underneath. If I can. Cool. And just going to put some space in there. Go below. Actually make that for me. Oops. I think that's good enough. What did I have in there before? Sorry guys, let me just check something out. I just want to check something out first. Go wireframe. Features. I think we may have we've got features here. Modern. That's in CTA. Okay, we'll leave it like that. I'll just leave it like that as it is now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add that in there like that. And then we're going to add an image into here. But here, this is what I might do. What we're going to do here is I'm going to copy that. And then once that's copied down here, gosh, how did that get down there? Let me just go back a bit. Okay. Yeah, and I'm just going to copy and then copy, and then I'm just going to drag and drop that into there, drag and drop that into here. Sometimes it just goes up the top of it. You got to make sure too, by the way, if you're going to, move them, just make sure that you're within the container. I just want to get this consistent all the way along before I start putting any images in it. And this is just a quick way of doing it. Copy and then drag and drop, copy, and then drag and drop instead of just trying to drag them from the elements all the time. This is just a quicker way. Copy. Copy and drag and drop. Let me just move this up. Last one. Okay. Okay. I thought I did actually just change the tab before, but obviously not. Let me just delete this here. We'll go back a step. So on here, all I've done really is I've add images in here. So I'm just going to delete that one. So I've just drag and dropped the element, but what I did was I dragged and dropped the element image Sorry about that, guys. I wish you guys would be able to. I wish it was a where you can talk on a mic and go, "Hey, you forgot to do this." Yeah, where's the image there? I'm just going to drag and drop the image into there. So that's all I did, and then I just did the same for the button as well. I dragged and dropped a button into there. I just went to buttons here, select the one with rounded ends, dragged and dropped that into here. All right, we'll just get rid of this here. And then on the image here, I added a bit of space to the bottom of it. So I did some space on the outside of the image here. I just put 20, and then that gave me that. Okay, and all I really did after that, so this was the first one I did. All I really did after that was I just copied it like that, and then I just dragged and dropped it over to there. And I did the same for the button. Johan, thank you for sharing your screen. Yeah, so hopefully, just let me know if you guys followed me on that one in terms of what I just did. And rather than just kind of come over here, drag and drop image again into the container, I just copied and then dragged and dropped, and from here to there. Okay. Let me just get rid of this one. All right. Okay. Let's put some images in here. I'm going to come over to my gallery and then upload some images. Okay. So I've got about 5 I'm going to upload. So I'll just do all that now before I Kim Armstrong. Got it. Kim. I think so. Okay. All right, Kim, I think you think you might. I might just repeat that part again. Let me get these images up and then I'll actually go through it again. Now, of course, if you are actually an agency and this website might be useful, if you do actually win, this will be useful for your agency website. So there may not be any need to make too many changes prior to handing it over to the winner. Who knows? And I got one more image after this. I'm trying to remind myself to look right so I can actually see if anybody is saying something. I was just saying, I think I got what you were explaining. Glad to find the again on YouTube. Haven't attended in a while. Good for you, Kim. Yeah, some pretty exciting stuff happening with Groove at the moment. I know it's had its little quirks in the past, and but they're heading in the right direction. And I've never really had an issue with running my whole business on Groove. Pretty much all my businesses run on Groove in terms of being a local local agency, and I've got a few clients that actually I've done Groove sites for. The other thing is that people have actually asked in the past, hey, how about admin logins for like VAs and stuff like that? And it would be good, but yeah, I've done all my websites anyway. Sometimes customers request to log into the account. That's always a dangerous thing because they could actually do something wrong in there and just kind of the website will go down. Mind you, we do copies of our websites. Well, I do, so I can always actually get it back up again straight away. But what I will do here is because you kind of probably missed some of this, and because I actually had it on a different tab. I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to leave that there. But I'm going to show you how this was done right from scratch. So if I click on the plus sign here, I'm going to go into blocks. Now I'm going to go to empty blocks, and I'm just going to pick a block with 5 containers in them. That'll be this one here. Right. Okay, and this is kind of where we started off from today's session, with just these empty containers. So all I did was that I came over to here to elements, and I grabbed an image, or if you like, placeholder, whatever you want to call it, and I stuck it in there, right? And then after that, actually, I want to put some space between this and the other one, and we might get a bit confusing. Okay. After that, I dragged and dropped a button into there as well. So again, over to elements, to buttons, here, here, and I'm going for the ones with the rounded ends, and I just dragged and dropped that. Oops. Into here. Now, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get it at the bottom. That's okay. If it happens to go up the top, then you can just drag the image to the top and do it that way. I've added some space after the image. So I just clicked on the image placeholder here, come over to spacing, and then gone on the outside of the image borderline, and then added a 20 space there. So that we've got that there. Now, all I did, instead of actually coming over here and dragging the image over and dragging the button over, all I've done here is I just did a copy there, and then dragged and dropped that into there. Same again here with the button, copy, and then drag and drop. Right, and so on until I got this. Okay. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. Cool. Now let's add these images into here. Choose. Okay, that one there. And these are all being resized, by the way, to the size I want them. Well, hang on, no, they haven't. Let's just go back here. We'll do this again. I'm going to choose the image. I'm going to resize these images to smaller. Okay, so here. So we've got like the height is 2000 pixels, so it's a bit too big an image for that. I'm just going to do, so I'm going to change one size, either the height or the width, doesn't matter, because it's going to automatically change the size on the other side. So I'm just going to go here, width, I'm just going to make that, and we'll make this 300. Okay, so it's a 300 by 420 image now. Now I'm just going to go crop and then update. Cool. Same with this one here, another image. Choose the image. Yeah, and we're just going to make this 300 on this side. Crop, and then there. And there. Choose another one. Oops. Cool. And last one. Cool. All right, so we've got all the images there, which is great. I am here. Where are we going to put this? what I might do is I'll change the text on this, and I'll just go click for more info. Okay, I'm going to update that. I'm going to change the size on this as well. What are we doing on that? Okay. Let me just, I'm going to change the spacing on either side. I'm going to bring that down there. So that button, so it's not like 2 lines on the button, two like the text there. We'll make that, let's make that 40. And then I'm going to change this spacing one more time. Oops. Oh, sorry, the text. I'm going to change the text size one more time. I'm going to make that 18. Okay, and then maybe we'll just give it a bit of a semi-bold. Oh, we'll make that 16 now. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Now, rather than me do that to all those buttons that I've just done to this one here, I'm just going to delete these buttons, and I'm going to just copy what I did on that first button. This is great where you can do stuff like this. You don't have to, doesn't matter if you delete it, and because it just makes it faster doing it this way anyway. And then drag a drop. Oops. Again, duplicate. Pretty much what I showed you in that sample that I just did above there, the one I did above this before. And just makes things a lot quicker. And that's it. Okay. Oh gosh, get back. Okay, cool. All done. That's all done there, which is really, really cool. Let's just have a quick check on here. All right, so yeah, we're pretty close to that. Do you see how the buttons are not lining up? Like, I mean, they're actually to the left, so we just need to actually sort that out. So we'll click on here on the container, and then we'll come over to here, layout here, and then we'll just center it. Oops. Now, when that happens, it's because it needs to be centered vertically. So we go there, and then we do that. Okay. Same again here, layout, go to vertical, and then center there and here. Layout, vertical, and then center. Oops, hang on. Let's do that again. There. And this one here, layout, center, and then vertical. And I'm not doing it again. And I've done this again. Okay, hang on. Yeah. So I was just saying with the buttons here, they're not center. So if you look at the container, they're not center. So all we've got to do is really just come over to layout on the right hand side here. There, make sure the container itself is actually selected, and then come over to center here. And it will go like this at first, but then you go up to vertical, and then it'll do that. Okay, and that it will actually make the button touch from, well, it'll actually make it so that it's actually the same width as the image. Okay. All right. So right. So now what I'm going to do here, let me just come back to here again. You guys go, oh no, don't go back. Don't keep changing because you won't go back again. But anyway, we'll come back here, and you can see what I've done here. This is all black. This breaks up the white too, by the way, which is really cool. We don't want the whole page to be just all white. It just breaks up breaks up the white kind of background. You do need white. White is great for black on white is better for information. Like if you've got text there, you want it to stand out. It is definitely white on black. Black on white is actually better in that sense. When you got text like this. So anyway, we'll switch back here, and I'm going to remember now to change tabs. Here we go. So yeah, we've got that black background that we need to put in here. So I'm just going to add some space up the top and the bottom on the inside of the block. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put in around about maybe, I don't know, 50. Actually, we'll make it less than that. Let's make it 30. Okay. Yeah. Right. And then I'm just going to come over to the background and then add black. All right. I think, so this here would need to be in here. So that needs to be an element. All right. So that's the block, but we want to just grab this. Okay. And I'm going to grab this as an element. So let's just see if I can drag and drop it into there. Oh gosh. The mouse is so touchy today. Or it's not normally this touchy. There. No, it's not going to go in there. Okay, no, it's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is just going to try and get it back up here where it's, oh, no, it's disappeared somewhere. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to move this up there. Actually, I'm just going to go back. There we go. I'm going to lessen the space between here and there. I'm going to take out some. Is there space here somewhere that I can container? Yeah, I'm going to take out the spacing in this. Not so much spacing. Like we'll make this 10. I don't know why that's got that amount of spacing, but anyway, I want to get rid of the spacing that's above, in between those two there, if I can. There. Now, ideally, that should be in here. That kind of should be in. The element should be in here, but I'm just going to do this for now. I'm going to have that in there, and I'm going to put black behind in the background, and then I'm just going to make the text white. Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah. I do really need to bring that into here. I'm going to add some more space in here. Just going to add a bit of space in here so I can actually see if I can drag and drop this into there, which I don't know if I can or not. Okay. Not going to work. All right, let me just go backtrack on that one. We'll just leave it as it was before. Cool. Let's leave it like that. Okay, so we've got that there. That kind of gives that effect that we're looking for on this one here. There. Okay. All right. What have we got next? So obviously we're not going to get through all of this today, and it was never meant to try and get this all done, the whole page done today. That's kind of why I left the tab one. That's going to be done for last. But we still got, we'll probably just get on to this one here next, then we'll leave the rest for next week, because we still got to create a form, obviously dress this up a wee bit, and all this here. Now, we'll cover legal pages as well, like privacy and terms of conditions or terms of service, and you've also got the cookies ones here as well. But yeah. All right, okay. Just making sure. All right, let's do the testimonials here. Now, obviously, you can just change them in here, right? And I think if you've got 3 up there, that's fine. I don't really kind of like the images, putting the images in there, just the name and, maybe just a general idea where they're from, like what state or what city and state they're from. You can do that as well. That's pretty straightforward. I'll be more inclined to take those out. But the other thing is that one thing I do want to cover on this, and I won't be able to do this as part of the template itself when someone wins it, because it needs to be done by you. It is a paid thing, but it's not a lot of money. Is that you can add your direct links to your Google reviews as well as your Facebook reviews, and in any other place where you do have reviews like Trustpilot, stuff like that. You can actually have it connect straight into here. Now, I'll show you what I mean. This is the site, which is in, I'm sure most of you in here have actually, I've shown the site to you. It is called AlfSite. AlfSite, like in site, like iSite, not SITE, not that one, just AlfSite.com, as in centers little helpers, AlfSite, and then you go there. I've got an account, so I'll just log in with that one. And this is kind of like, I think, am I in the right account? Yeah. It's kind of like, I mean, you pay, it's not a big price that you pay per month. I think it's about like $15, $18 per month, but you can get like three of each widget, and there's a hell of a lot of widgets. So this is what we're going to be putting in there as a widget. So if you come over to catalog here, there's all these different types of widgets that you can actually add in. They're kind of like plugins, if you like. With WordPress, they have plugins. These are very similar. And you can add these into your store or into your website. Yeah, it just gives it a bit more edge. This is stuff that you can't get in Groove at the moment. And I don't think you would be able to get all this type of thing in Groove in the end, because this is a kind of another platform altogether, right? So yeah, you can even do like logo showcases, the one that we just did. But what we're going to do is we're going to look for, is it reviews? Google all-in-one reviews. It's even got a before and after as well slider, by the way, if you want that for anything. But all-in-one reviews, you just click on here. Now, I normally charge this out to the client anyway when I do things like this. But yeah, I normally just charge this out to the client. So what they would pay for it is pretty much just contributes to my monthly fee for having this particular tool. You've got different types of reviews that layouts if you want. Like you've got the grid one here. You can have the badge one. This sort of stuff. I think what I've done is I've gone with the carousel widget, which is this one here. I've done this for clients in the past. So I'm going to use this one here, and then I'm just going to go continue with this template. These are the ones that, if the ones I want or don't want. Where are we? So you can see here, Amazon. So I'm just going to take some of these out. How do I do that? Yeah, I don't remember how I did that. Platform search, add a review, review, customize. No, we don't want that. Setting. Edit layout, sources. I don't want these in there. No, I don't want that in there. So what do? Just need to get rid of these. Custom. Okay. Oh, you can actually add a custom review. thing in there as well. I know there's a way of getting rid of these. I'm not too sure how. But anyway, look, what I'll do here is I'm going to add a business name into here. So I'm just going to, this is one of my clients. So I'm just going to put in HD detailing. This will be the last bit for today, guys. We're going to search the name. There it is there. And it's just grabbed all the reviews. So that was for the Google, got done. Then I'm going to add another source, which would be Facebook. And I'm going to do the same, HGD detailing. The URL you enter is not valid. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to grab it, give it the URL. So I'm just going to go into Facebook, grab the URL. Oh gosh. I think I know what the sorry guys, I've just got to actually log into my Facebook now. No, I'm not amazing. Hey, couple of more minutes and we're done. All right, as soon as I get this URL for their Facebook, I can stick it in there and then you guys can see what I'm trying to do. So we're still on here at the moment. So I'm just going to try and get the Facebook URL. Justice device. I did a big clean out of my computer and got rid of all the what do you call it, the temporary internet files and stuff like that. And obviously, when you log out, it logs you out of your different platforms. So I have to go back into them again. HGD. All right, let's go there. Okay, cool. Copy. All right, now I'm going to put that one in here. And it's found its Facebook as well. There you go there. All right, so I'm just going to go publish. I've got to take this straight off my off this site once I've got this done. But and then close. And then what you can do here now is that you'd name it obviously, but you go to install, and then you copy the code here like that, and then come back to your site here, right? And I'm going to add in another block here, just a single column block. I'm going to drag and drop code embed into that. It's an element, so I'm going to come over to here, element, scroll right down because it's down here somewhere. Here it goes. And I'm just going to drag that into here. All right, now click on it, onto the configuration there. So this code here, this one here is what we're going to embed into it. Okay, so let's go back to here, and then we're just going to paste that into there. That's the code, and I'm going to go save. And I wonder if we can actually see this on the preview. Just going to try and see if we can see this on the preview first. Hopefully that works. Okay, wants me to wait. No, it's just not. So at the moment, it's actually unresponsive. So Google Groove is unresponsive at the moment, but I will show you what it looks like on their website, which is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, we've come, like I can't do anything in here now because it's just frozen. We'll just go wait again. I'll go to their website, but pretty much what we've done so far is we've done this bit here, we've done over here, we've done this. All right, and it's looking pretty good at the moment. Now that how that code embed works for the reviews, this is the site that I was actually trying to add their reviews onto that page, onto the page that I'm doing at the moment, just temporarily, so I could show you. But this is their site. If you come down to here, this is what it looks like. Yeah. All right, and this gets automatically updated because it's always connected to yours. It'll always be connected to the to those platforms, to those social media platforms in Google. Peter, let's see this one here. Let me just have a look, see what this says here. Peter, would you be able to, in the future, have as suggestions to create an affiliate page, for example, ClickBank, Product VSL, and how to add the hop link from the start to finish? Is that possible? Yeah, that so that will probably be, it won't be anytime soon, and we definitely can do that. We're probably looking at least maybe a month away, because we do actually have something organized after this this particular thing that I'm doing with the template. We do have a couple of guest speakers, if you like, in line, who will be coming on individual weeks after this is all done, and then we'll probably look at that, doing that after that. So that's a good suggestion, and it's good to actually get this feedback from people, because it gives me ideas too as well, as to what sort of material that we can, just talk about that interests people. All right, but there, yeah, so that's one of them. This one here doesn't actually have images. Like, yeah, I mean, you can have it so that they can put on images, but which I'll probably do at a later stage. But I have done the image one with another client, which is this one here, and people have been uploading their images, so, and they can see them on the reviews as well. So I'll put my own name, don't know why. PetVet. 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 Here we go. Yeah. All right, so this is the other one. This is another client of mine down here, and as you can see, the reviews are showing images of they've uploaded images to their review, so that yeah. And these guys are so busy. This is a client of mine who only just started his business about 4 years ago, and the first thing we did was actually create a website for him, and then he's just the demand for his services has just been off the chain. And as you can see here, all five stars. There's nothing under 5 on his Facebook and on his Google as well. Same with the other card that I just showed you before, the card details. So it's kind of satisfying when you have clients that are actually having success through their website, and getting a lot of work, which is really, really good. Thanks, Samir. Okay, look, I'm going to stop share now and get back to you guys here. Cool. All right, guys. So I've got that one in front of me here. I've got that. We've got up to that point. So next week we're going to cover the rest of the stuff, and try and cover as much as we can. And I'm hoping maybe the week after that we'll be able to draw a winner for the website. And don't forget, the website's going to be it's going to be responsive to mobile devices as well. So yeah, it's definitely awesome client success, and it's really cool. So far, some of the businesses are actually in my business networking group. I've done websites for them, and ever since then, they've been getting lots of inquiries and lots of leads through their website, which is really, really cool. And just on the PetVet one, they want me to come. They want to actually have an AI avatar for their answering service, one that sounds natural and can answer questions. But anyway, that's it, guys. So for this week, we did go over time, and sorry about that. But yeah, so we'll get into it again next week, and hopefully we'll get more traction, get more things done. And we do have to cover things like legal pages as well, but we'll try not to spend too much time on that. Just give you an example of how you can create a legal page for your website or for your client's website. Okay. But that's it. Thanks for joining me. Good to watch your process. Thanks, Johan. Look, I mean, ordinarily, it wouldn't take me as long to do a website because it is so quick through Groove now. I found Groove is very, very responsive in a lot of ways. And but yeah, just those little things, like copy and drag and drop, just makes things a lot more, especially doing the same thing for different sections of the website. Just copy and paste copy and drag and drop. Anyway, that's me, guys. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week. And have a great week. Over here, we've got Matariki, which is a Māori New Year, and that is tomorrow. So it's a public holiday, and it's really about the Pleiades, Pleiades constellation. And for us, it's a new year. Okay, great. See you guys next week. Bye for now.
You gotta get into the groove.